Body off. Look at that. Today, we are going to be pulling the body off of the Mojave because we need to get it ready to put in our 840 horsepower Demon engine V8 supercharged insanity. Oh, it's going to be crazy. This is brand new. It has like no kilometers on it, and we're tearing it apart today. If you're interested in getting a swap, or if you just want a new Jeep or a new vehicle, go check out White Rock Dodge. I'll put a link down in the description. And then bring it here to the awesome crew at Epic Adventure Outfitters to get your vehicle modified and ready for the trails. Here, what's the first step? What do we got going on? We got to
shut Casey up.
So friendly here, so friendly. I don't want to be charged for that extra tape, all right? What's our first few steps here that we need to be, that we're going to be tackling today?
We're going to protect your fenders because I'm going to lean over them a lot. We're going to put it up in the air. We're going to do a whole bunch of things underneath.
Okay.
So that we can drop it, reposition the hoist for picking up the body, and then start taking off stuff up top.
So this is not like just do it in your driveway type thing, right?
Well, it depends. Does your driveway have a hoist?
Give us a few major milestones or major things that we're going to be doing as part of this build to put the Demon in here.
We're going to put it up in the air. We're going to pull out all the exhaust system all the way up to the motor. We're going to pop out a bunch of bolts so that the transmission and everything will lift up. Remove the sliders because we have to lift from the pinch seams. And then with a bunch of disconnects up here, the body will come off. We can then roll the chassis back. We'll drain fluids and prep for pulling it out with the forklift. Then we do a bunch of cutting, some welding, and we can drop a new motor on.
Just like that?
Sure.
Where is our new motor? Is it?
Well, we ordered it, and they say 5 to 8 weeks.
The motor is just crossing the border right now. It should be here probably by the next video. So when you guys are subscribed, obviously, this is gonna be like the most ultimate unboxing ever, right? Like unboxing.
I would say it's gonna be a pretty epic.
It'll be the most epic unboxing ever. You guys are gonna want to check out the package that comes to us for this swap from AMW 4x4.
4.0.
Today, it's getting the body off, getting the chassis rolling on the ground, and getting it prepped to put our new motor in. So we're adding more power to this. I figured, you know, more power. More power.
That's not, so do I just put this under the hood?
Yeah, just
okay.
Slide it in there.
Ecoflow River 2.
So this is the new
It's even smaller.
Yes, it's tiny.
Holy cow.
Look at this thing.
What is that, like charge your phone once?
No, it's
256 watt hours.
But it has a 600 watt inverter in it, and it uses their new LFP batteries, so 3,000 charge cycles on that.
We're adding more power.
More power right there. Just throw it in the trunk, boom.
How many horsepower does that convert to?
I don't know. Someone do the math. Huge thanks to Ecoflow for sponsoring this week's video. I'll put a link down in the description. They've got huge Black Friday sales coming up, and go check out the new River 2 or the Delta 2 on their site. Hey, I need that. Where are you going?
This off, bolts out of this, and then we'll work on the exhaust.
The other thing we'll have to be swapping is the transfer case. We have to put a Rubicon transfer case in here.
It has a detachable front nose. This is all one-piece front, so you wouldn't be able to match to it.
Yeah, so we need to be able to put on America's Most Wanted's crazy billet adapter housing from the transmission to the transfer case. So we'll also be switching out the Mojave transfer case to a 401 Rubicon one. And we'll be getting rid of all the suspension too eventually. Fox shocks, so I don't know, maybe somebody wants this. Let's see. No wheel drive.
No wheel drive. There we go, bye-bye.
So if you haven't seen a drive shaft in a Gladiator, it's a 2-piece drive shaft. Obviously to be longer to reach the rear axles because we've got a bed on the back.
That is the red Loctite. Compressor on?
No.
Why is the compressor off?
Because you shut it off yesterday, remember?
Oh, that's why I don't have any power. We gotta pull the gas tank, completely drain it, let it air dry and be empty because we have to add another fuel pump to it.
Ooh.
You need to supply more fuel all the time. More 94 octane all the time.
I like it.
Say that now.
It's cheaper than diesel.
100 kilometers worth of range?
What?
No, Landon, we're gonna bring 100 liters of jerry cans in the back.
Tank in the back.
It's gonna be an exercise in how many Rotopaxes can we fit in the Jeep.
There, just take all the hangers off and put them in the bin as well. All these bolts that are 18 are exactly the same.
So we've got a whole new exhaust going on here.
Whole new
obviously.
Magnaflow system.
All this factory exhaust we see under here, all coming off. And we're gonna replace that. Do you know how many inches that exhaust is?
I think it goes 3 to 3 1/4 or 3 1/2.
Pretty hefty
No,
exhaust.
it's huge. It's got girth. Like, wow. The amount of flow that comes out of that,
Yeah.
it's girthy.
Girthy.
What else needs disconnected?
Smell fuel?
Yeah.
What'd you disconnect?
The fuel tank.
Let your head.
What's your brain bucket?
Look, see, I'm helping. I told you guys I'd help.
I had no doubt. This isn't girthy enough for me. I'm sorry. Not enough passes through here.
You need a 3-inch.
This is a horsepower restrictor.
Yeah, that's.
There we go. Wait.
It's like one of those puzzles.
Give it another cut in the middle and throw it all in.
Got it?
Just randomly taking stuff off.
Part of the process, right?
Yeah, it's part of the process.
Look at that little bit of lactate on it.
There's a lot of it on Loctite. Look at this. Chunks of Loctite on everything.
Loctite
Red
flaking
for
off.
No reason.
What are these? Are these 13 as well?
Yes, they're 13s.
So what have we done so far?
We pulled out most of the exhaust system, pulled out a bunch of the skid plates and cross members, unbolted most of the fuel tank, unhooked the e-brake cables, pulled the drive shaft, gonna pull the other drive shaft.
How much space is under here?
The more you get rid of, the more space you can find. Best bet, get rid of it all. So much space, and it drives faster with less weight.
Just downhill though.
Just downhill?
Yeah. Faster downhill.
Got no motor.
So we're just making a really expensive,
Go-kart.
No, go-karts have
Soapbox.
engines.
Soapbox.
Soapbox.
Yeah,
There you
soapbox
go.
racer,
Yeah.
yeah.
High quality soapbox.
Well, it's not really that expensive if we don't put the new motor in it.
Hell, for a soap without an engine, it's still expensive. Okay, next thing, we have to take off.
Drive shafts are out now.
Drive shafts are out.
This thing here, man, like,
Let us.
It's there to not kill your passengers.
so this is a new plate that they added, I guess, to stop the tire from flying up and hitting passengers or something in an accident. But look how much this drops down.
You want to do body bolts while I'm sitting here?
Oh, yeah, we gotta heat up, take the body bolts out.
Want to do that first?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna take all the body bolts out. Otherwise, body doesn't unhook.
Is that what they're for?
weird how it
Keeps
works.
it connected to the frame?
I know there's a lot of forums that tell you the body is held on by Velcro, but I assure you, it's not. This isn't a using an induction heater and heating up the Loctite on your big bolts so they don't snap in the body.
Oh, wow.
Crazy
Okay.
idea.
So these are heavily Loctited on the body?
Yeah.
Ooh, that smells nice. Bolt Buster. I've never seen one of those.
Yeah.
Induction heater.
Does it make them red hot or just get them warm?
Well, it can turn them red.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so it kind of melts the Loctite
Trying
on
to-
there?
Yeah, it sends the heat up. 'Cause
Cool.
If you use a torch, you'd end up burning everything,
Yeah.
melting rubber.
It's a very eloquent way of doing that.
To fight all the way to the end, dude.
There's
Fuck
serious,
Christ, there's another
serious
Jeep out
bolts. So did that help with taking the body bolts off on the other side?
Oh yeah, it kills all the Loctite
Just-
and it makes it so much easier. Because if you don't, you're gonna definitely snap.
Yeah, it didn't seem like you needed much
No,
up
it
effort.
makes a huge difference.
Yeah, that thing's really cool. Bolt Buster. Feeling lucky, Landon?
I'm feeling lucky.
Oh, watch it.
Oh, there it is! Look at that.
Yeah.
So
there, Mikey.
so the Bolt Buster is not 100%. It's just
It's
an odds improver.
it's up in the 90%
Yeah.
improvement.
Well, there you go. Oh, that one looks like it's coming out. Body bolts.
Body bolts.
Yeah, that's a serious bolt.
Yeah, it's a big body bolt back there. Hot still.
Still spicy.
Yeah, a little warm.
at the size of that thing. I'm just looking at this bolt buster. You can put it on different, comes with all the different attachments that go on the end. And you can, that's a really cool little tool. And then you can do a custom one, you said?
Yeah, that can be done. You can wrap this one around whatever you need.
Yeah.
And then you can heat it up and break
Cool.
down a bigger bolt.
That's way better than a torch and melting everything
Yeah.
under there.
Works really well.
Huh.
Just like that, it comes in.
There you go, sir. So we need the fender liners out to get access to some of the connectors behind there?
Didn't have to, but we do have to put a fuel fuel regulator on the other side that all the fuel lines will come to, allow us to set the pressure, and then it'll head up to the motor. So it's just easier.
Just makes life easier.
Yeah, like you might as well just take it out, and then you can see everything that's going on when it's in and out.
So what's next?
Unplugging things.
More unplugging?
More unplugging.
Just like that. The body's detached.
So we're fully detached?
Technically.
Yeah.
Other than the plugs?
Other than the
Connectors?
battery cables.
Oh yeah, you know, like...
Yeah, minor details.
That's fine, right?
Oh, no, I can see what I'm doing. How about
Hey, light!
Hey, it wasn't what I thought it was.
We gotta lower the Jeep now?
Yeah.
Get in the engine bay?
Yeah.
More connectors?
More connectors.
All the connectors? I really like the green fender accent.
I thought it looked really well.
Really good wrap job you did. Yeah.
Well, I used to do it professionally. Flip that hood out of our way.
Oh, we're gonna do the antenna mod here pretty quick.
That's a you problem.
Oh, what happened to my grill? Turn around for 2 seconds, take the antenna off.
Oh. It's gone.
Oh.
More airflow.
Grill delete. Okay, cool.
It's all just cooling,
It's
man.
looking
It's
really-
just for cooling.
It's looking really gnarly, you know, with the green fenders, no grill, spooky looking headlights.
We're gonna go for like a Mad Max feel. Get a new radiator and an intercooler, and the rest is the same. And you get an oil cooler after that too.
Accumulating a lot of bolts here.
There's not enough room in my life.
Headlights coming out?
Headlights coming out. You don't need those.
We don't need those. We'll just won't drive at night.
You'll be going too fast anyway, so it won't matter.
Guess you're fairly used to taking the front end off and on of the Mojave, hey?
I've never worked on a Mojave in my life. Pop this off. Yeah, I'm gonna pop this off too. Don't worry, at least 50% of this will go back together. So you gotta pop it up,
Forward a bit.
forward a bit, and then you can pop this up.
Hey. Sure goes pretty quick.
I can unhook this, rip this, pull this.
Try not to break this.
Try not to break the important things. Nothing like a little clear coat overspray drip from the factory.
Set that so it doesn't leak.
Are we pulling the body? Is the body coming off?
Well, no, the hoist is. I'm not gonna pull anything. I'm just gonna lift it.
Come up
Oh
a little
yeah,
bit.
well,
A little bit.
I wouldn't want you to throw your back out. Look at all the part spin we got going on. Here we go.
On this side, everything's moved out of the way.
Here we go. Body up. Look at that.
Oh, stop.
I want that lift. How many inches is that? I mean, if we put 42s on it, it probably won't be much lower than that. Like, that height
And I need
is probably where it's gonna sit when we're done.
Landon, you know what I mean by that.
6.5 to almost 7 feet. Leaking. There it is. What's leaking, Ginger?
Cool.
Oh, you pulled the lines off.
Yeah, for the heater.
Ah, yes. I got you.
Like, this bungee cord's useless. There's no hook.
Up we go. I have to back up. Like, getting out of frame. Look at that. Not quite F1 team speeds, but you know, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Make it run an F1 car.
I'll have almost as much power. We're not so good in the corners.
Perfect.
Cool and draining.
Okay. All right, Mike.
Where are we at? Progress
Epic
update.
Adventure Outfitters. Unit 109, 18760 96th Avenue.
What's the phone number here?
I don't remember. I don't call. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna start disconnecting some things so we get the engine ready to be removed.
You think we'll get the engine out today?
Yes. Sweet. It depends what you get for lunch.
So now you guys can see the Mojave suspension. We've got the reservoir shocks from Fox to go all the way front. We're gonna be taking all this out. We also got the bump stops. We're gonna be taking that out. That's part of this because we're gonna do a whole suspension coming up after the engine swap's all done. We'll do a full suspension swap as well, and the axles. So make sure to subscribe, follow the whole build series because we got a lot going on. This is just the first day of pulling this apart. So don't miss the rest of this adventure.
And if you want early access and behind the scenes, there's videos available now on my Patreon page. Link in the description below.